Hey there, this is a video for galaxies. Um, you are super close to being able to play the first little bit that we're going to do for the recital, like, perfectly. So, with that in mind, just focus on these few things for the next 2 days, and you're gonna be killing it. So, at the beginning, it's good. Remember, right, at the beginning, for the GGE pattern, the rhythm is just 3 long notes in a row, basically. Long, long, long. And what you need to do to get that correct is, even though it's a long note, you're still having trouble switching from G to E fast enough. So just practice. If you can do it this fast, just match me. G, E, G, E. Then you'll be fine. You'll be doing it fast enough. G, E. And you'll want to make sure that the G is gap on bottom, right? And that the E is gap on top. That's the big deal. Gap on bottom, gap on top. For the next one, right, E, 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 D, again, you want to make sure that this middle finger doesn't move so that the gap shifts. 3 of them, long, long, short, long, 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 short, long. You're switching from E to D on a short one, so just make sure you have that down really well. And then the pattern repeats and you do it pretty well, right? At the end, right? Long, long, short, long, long. E, 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 regular G. For the first part where you're playing with both hands together, the big thing here is you want to, any white notes that you see, any half notes, you'll want to make sure they're long notes, right? So this is long, long, short, hold, hold, long, long, short, hold, long, long, short, hold, short, 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 short. We also worked on, even though there's a lot of short notes in a row here, this is how fast I'm playing them. None of this, right? Short, 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 short. And then this right here, your 3 and your 5 are just moving down 1. Just practice that transition. You actually do have the rhythm mostly correct. Just make sure that you're holding the white notes long. And that the transition here is first after the D, there's a gap on bottom. So 5, 2, 1, E, A, C. E, gap on bottom. Switch to gap on top. The only thing you need to do is just play 5, 3, 1 in that same hand position. All this is pretty good. Gap on bottom with E. Switch to gap on top. Just move your fingers, not your hand. And then here, remember the last 2 notes in the right hand are A and G. Just play them with your thumb. It's fine. And then C chord, 2, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Yay. What else are you doing? You're doing blessings. So, Yeah, just maybe try and get the left hand. If you have some extra time, you can try and get the left hand. And the big deal here is the key signature. Basically, you're going to need to make it sharp, i.e. use the black key, for every note except for E and B, right? So for things like E major, it was here. E major has both E and B in it, so those stay white, but this G is neither E nor B. So you go one step to the right. Here's E major. Stuff like F major, your second chord in the left hand, is involves F, A, and C, right? So none of that is E and B, so all of those would be black notes, right? It's mostly root chords. You're not going to have any silly inversions. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pull up the actual score, and here it is. So you're starting on E, root E chord. There's a G sharp in the middle. F chord, everything is sharp, and then G chord. The B is not sharp, but G and D are sharp, right? And then E chord, F chord, D chord. Again, D chord, everything is sharp. And then E chord, F chord, G chord, A chord with one in the middle, right? So this is, you're adding 4. Here it is. Or, am I doing this right? Yeah. No. A chord, right? A, B, C sharp, E, and then E chord. A, F sharp, G sharp, B. And then we're back to E chord, F chord, G chord, E chord, F chord, D chord, E chord, F chord, G chord. This is a little bit difficult, right? This one at the beginning of the third system is a chord with a gap on top. A is on the bottom, right? So, because A is on the bottom, and A is not E or B, it's actually A sharp. A sharp is on the bottom. No gap on bottom, so we're skipping a note from A to C. C is not E or B, so it is also sharp, C sharp, and then a gap on the top. So instead of skipping to E, we're skipping to F, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, F sharp. There's the reasoning, but maybe it would be easier if you just wrote those notes down. A sharp on the bottom, C sharp in the middle, F sharp on top. And then 2 more chords, right? This is another bender, D sharp, F sharp, B, and then an E chord to finish with an extra one. Your 4 plays F sharp. There we go. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.